Hello there folks, it's me RJB from RJB TV, and guess what? Rabbit has returned to playing 1 vs 1 on fastest map. And you know what? I am excited about that. He's playing as none other than 458. So Rabbit took a very long break from playing 1 vs 1 on fastest map. But he has returned for whatever reason, not sure why. And he of course decided to play against 458, his old trusted rival. And that means we are going to be watching some very fun games. So that is the one guarantee you always have with Rabbit against 458. Because one, Rabbit might not be the fastest player. He is definitely one of the most experienced and smartest players on fastest map. In addition to having an amazing instinct for making choices and understanding situations and knowing exactly what to do. So I am pretty damn excited about watching what Rabbit has been cooking up for all that time where he did not play 1 vs 1. Does he still have it? Or did he lose it? Or did he perhaps grow into a player of the next level? His opponent is 458. Here on the bottom corner on the Protoss, it's the white Protoss. Well, technically it is the pink Protoss, and he starts off with a Nexus first on a corner spawn. Very standard stuff. Very standard stuff. So we're gonna see what he's up to. We're gonna see what his plans are. And yeah, it's just regular stuff. Rabbit is planning on being a little bit aggressive, and yes, he will be aggressive because he's gonna find 458 on his very first scouting attempt, the very first location right next to him. And that does spell some, I'd say, trouble for 458, because this means the Marines can come over. He's even pulling some SCVs over to make sure that cannons on the front here are never ever gonna happen. He's pulling more than just one. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, more 5 SCVs joining the party against 3 probes, which means 458 is gonna have to pull a couple more probes himself, because Rabbit is going very hard on the aggression. Very hard. Now, the thing here is the Rabbit has to focus on the cannons, whereas 458 has to focus on killing the SCVs. So, who wins? Because this does mean that the probes... Oh, he cancels everything just on time. Maybe he lost one of them, not sure. So far, Rabbit is doing quite a repair happening on the SCVs. It does look like the probes win the fight, but this has caused 458 a lot of time, and actually the Marines are winning the fight there in the back. This one Marine stays alive, and 458 is in more trouble. I thought 458 would maybe win that fight with the probes, because during the entire exchange at the start, most of the SCVs were hitting just the cannons and ignoring the probes. So the probes did get a lot of kills, but in the end, the Marines arriving turns the tide. It's only double barracks. I mean, he cannot afford a third barracks at this point. He pulled so many SCVs to help him fight. Great blocking with the SCV, great micro on display. Probes cannot get through. This might just be over very soon. More probes being pulled, more probes in production. Zealot in the production as well. Cannon is gonna die before it gets a single shot off. I'm not sure how this game goes beyond this point. This game should be over right here, right now, unless Rabbit makes some mistakes. It does look like he might not make a mistake. Nope, mistakes not happening. He is dominating this game. He's absolutely dominating this. Second Zealot there almost finished up there though. Probe getting on top of the SV. Cannon gets cancelled, or maybe it got killed. Like, the difference between cancel and kill is kill, no minerals back in the bank. Okay, yeah, this is what 458 needed. A surrounder on a couple Marines, a couple low HP Marines there running back. Actually, they're all on full HP. Zealot there on a chase, probes on a chase. This is a disaster for 458. A disaster. But while all this is happening, quick look, Command Center on the way in the main base. He wins the fight there with the Marines. Another Zealot there's there. He's going to spawn in the back. Cannon's almost finished up. He's going to have to use this one Zealot to make sure the cannon finishes, and that will save his life for who knows how long, because the situation is very bad. Ooh, the Zealot control there is almost killing all the Marines. More Marines there coming in, slowly coming across the map, and it does look like 458 will stay alive. He will stay alive. But at this point, the situation he's in is so extremely bad that I really don't think he stands a chance. Although we do see that Rabbit is using this opportunity to get a triple command center, and he's just going to stand there and wait in the front and make sure that 4 of 8 is never ever going to build a pylon here and build a choke. So the damage has been done. The damage has been done, and it is humongous. Going for a 4 barrack build order there, getting an academy on the bottom, getting double gas in the back. He's only on 22 SCVs, but he has very soon triple command center production. 4 of 8 has double Nexus. He's behind by 8 workers, which is extremely bad. As a Protoss, you just don't want to be behind on the Terran. It's just bad. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. Very, very terrible. It doesn't get much worse than this. So, what is 458 gonna do here now? Like, how is he gonna protect those gateways? Because there's Marines coming in to kill the gateways, and there's only 2 Zealots there in the back. A 3rd Zealot is on the way, almost finished up. They might get the jump on those Marines. 1 Marine there goes down to a cannon. Yes, he will pull this back and regroup with a couple more Marines. He's keeping some of their back at home. He's got a factory on the way. Medics are in production, so is Stim. When Stim and Medics arrive on the scene, I think the tide will once again turn in Rabbit's favor. Although it's still in Rabbit's favor, but I just mean he can start pushing into 458's base. But the Medics have to arrive very, very soon. And there they are. Very, very close to participating in the fight. We have triple factory on the way. Double scan on the way, 33 SCVs. He's expecting 458 to go for a Cyber Core into a Citadel, into Templar's Archive, but the Cyber Core is only just now on the way. It's still very far away from being a functional Cyber Core, and Rabbit is not going to plan on letting that happen, because he's already pushing. He's got Stim, he's fighting against the Zealots. Zealots are strong, but not strong enough to really make a difference here, because goodbye Zealots, they're dead and gone. Cannons are warping in air in the back, almost finished up. Gonna have to buy a little bit more time, but oh, he's not gonna be enough. Although he is focusing on the gateway and on the Zealot, and the cannons do come up. Gonna take this one down. 2 more on the way there on the bottom. Gonna get some shots off. Will it be enough? Zealot there joining the party. He's gonna take it all down just on time. There comes cannon number 4, gonna focus it down while the Zealot is trying to kill some Marines, but the Medics are running out of energy, so the Marines do go down, and very close call. Like, he barely wins the fight. More Zealots on the way to join the exact same fight, which might turn the tide. We have an engineering bather on the way from Rabbit, got siege mode and siege tank on the way, range from Marines on the way. I think the cannons here in the front will finish. And I'm still very nervous for how this is going to play out for 458, but Rabbit so far has been on point, on absolute point. Holding more gateways are in the front to just build a wall, make sure the Marines cannot really hit the cannon in the back that well. Cancels everything when the cannons in the back finish up. But we're soon going to see a tank push coming out from Rabbit, with 50 SCVs off of his triple command center. Got Marines, SCVs on the top to build supply depots, and I assume armories as well. This game is just going terrible for 458. It is going absolutely amazing for Rabbit. It's like a walk in the park. Although none of this is easy. This is all very difficult stuff to do, but everything is going as well as Rabbit would want it to. As well as he would want it to. Now the amount of Zealots has grown quite large, but we have Marines here waiting to join. We got tanks coming across the map. He's going to try to target the tanks, but there's many more tanks getting on top of the Marines. He's getting whatever he can, but the tanks join in. The Medics keep the Marines alive. Zealots lose the fight. I expect 458 to call GG very soon, because there's just no way in this world that he can make this work. Tanks are pushing, and Rabbit is a very fast tank pusher. He is very fast with a tank push. He's safe and secure, but fast. A row of pylons coming in and cannons in the mix as well. We've got a robo on the way. Robo 1 is finished. Needs a support base. Got Dark Templars in production to hopefully save the day, but we have a lot of scan energy. He hasn't used his scans. Look at this. So much energy on those scans. There's no way that Dark Templars are going to make a difference. Second army there coming up as well. Still only on 4 barracks. 3 factory. Stims forward. Dark Templar joins the party. Gets stimmed and killed immediately. Not even given a chance to do anything except kill one single Marine. Just one single Marine. Maybe he gets a second kill there. Might get a second kill there. Kills an SCV building a turret. Well, he does have some pretty good target selection. He's really trying his hardest to make this work. But can it work when you are this far behind? I don't think so. I don't think so. This is a done deal. This is as much a done deal as a deal can be done. It is completed. Transaction complete. Rabbit is gonna be the winner here. There's no way in hell that this is gonna flip around. There's no way in hell. Stims for the cannon. Very greedy. Taking some damage from that one on the side. Reavers are almost finished up. Reavers, everything is very clumped up, but cannot pick up the Reaver on time. Goes down, gets killed. And the Reaver might have been a saving grace, but nope. Rabbit says nope, and he gets murdered. Brutally murdered by a Rabbit who did not show a sign of mercy. Not a sign of mercy was shown or seen right there. The 458 with a little bit of an unlucky break there. He just didn't have the spawn location and the build orders on his side. He also slightly responded incorrectly to what was happening. He wasn't expecting Rabbit to commit with 5 SCVs and the Marines to try and prevent the choke from finishing. 458, I'm sure, was not expecting 5 SCVs. That's a lot of SCVs. That's a lot of investment. A very big investment. And it worked out just fine. So game number 2. We have a lot of games. But today we're going to do just game number 2 as well. Because we have a Zerg against Protoss. And boy, you know that I like Zerg against Protoss. It's very, very fun to watch. Specifically when you have a very smart and very strong Zerg player like Rabbit playing the Zerg on the 6 o'clock spawn location. Now, a lot of players would say the 6 o'clock spawn location is a bad spawn location, but they don't actually understand the map that well. It is actually an amazing location for Zerg. Yes, you do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different locations shuttles can fly in from, which is kind of difficult to defend because how do you cover that much surface area properly with Hydralisks or whatever else you are building? But the great thing about these 6 o'clock spawn locations is you can build very efficient chokes. You can build 2 hatcheries right next to each other and use an egg in between to block this pathway. You get like 1 or 2 sunkens behind the hatcheries and you can keep the enemy out. Very, very safe stuff. Another little thing you can do is, like he's going for a mid-gate there from 458, so that is a little early aggression. Got a pool there on the way, coming up. Like, notice how he builds the pool before his Overlord. Because he knows he needs the pool as fast as possible. Some other players, they get an Overlord and then a pool, which delays that same pool by like 8 seconds. And that might just cost you the game. And you don't want something like that to cost you the game, specifically in a situation like this where gateway units are going to be coming from that base, very small, short little distance to travel to try and break this choke. And Rabbit might know that because he got scouted early that it is probably going to happen. Got 2 hatcheries on the way, going to try to build an egg in between and build something behind it. Probe there is harassing. Small little thing that I wanted to say earlier, because these gases are horizontal, and you can build creep colonies right here on 1/2 of each extractor. 1 on each extractor, like sunken colonies on the bottom, which is not possible on these site locations because otherwise you would block mining from these extractors or gazers. So the egg is in between. Got a sunken there on the way. The egg is keeping that zealot out. Look at how little damage that little fella does. Almost no damage dealt at all. So he already successfully keeps the zealots out with pretty much no investment whatsoever. But now it's Zerglings coming out to try and stop that probe. But now the zealots, ooh, almost got in there just on time. Gets the probe, beautifully done. Gonna slow down the cannons, which means he can get this sunken up. And the sunken might be in range to about here, so I don't think this sunken can hit that sunken. But this sunken will protect this other creep colony that is coming up in front of the hatcheries to stop this from being a nuisance to him, to be annoying. But Zerglings are being annoying inside of 458's base because the 2 Zerglings managed to sneak through. There's no cannons there yet, so now he has to keep those zealots here back at home. The zealots cannot help out with killing these Sunken colonies. So now 458 is trying to push his own line of cannons on the middle back a little bit further. And in response, Rabbit might push his own sunken line a little bit more forward. You can see all this. You can see everything. Focusing on the pylon here. One hatchery there coming up in the back. He's on 10 drones in total. Just slowly trying to get control over this section into his hands. He does not want 458 to have control over this area, because then 458 can start building robotics facilities right here and push towards this choke. Very small little distance to travel. You can also use it for drops. You can also contain Rabbit. Like take away the option from Rabbit to attack over the ground and force him to attack through air, or either fight through a large group of cannons and reavers on the middle. Difficult stuff to break through. Here at home, we have Zergling still running in circles. Cannon is on the way. No cybernetics core yet, which is kind of bad news for 458. No gas yet either, getting a Nexus. This means that Rabbit is going to grow pretty big for very little money invested into his choke. Very little money invested into his choke. I mean, he's adding more Sunkens though. He is feeling anxious about the amount of zealots that are grouping up there in the front, that are now going for the attack, going to try to kill these Sunkens as fast as they can and push these cannons forward and have them be in range of these hatcheries so these cannons can kill the hatcheries. And it's working. It's working. Zealots in a good high number. Hatcheries are in danger. But during all that time, Rabbit did build all the Sunkens back at home. Triple gas, might get a couple more hatcheries. These are not Sunkens, these are hatcheries. Built hatcheries back at home. He's got 23 drones against 23 probes. Building new Sunkens in the front, but they are going to die against the cannons. It's... Ooh, this one can... Yeah, okay. The Sunkens are going to die there in the front. Which means that at some point these hatcheries will die to cannons as well. And... it's hard to say. I think this little setup has already paid off, but he will lose the two hatcheries. He's going to have to build a lot more Sunkens here in the front, very quickly, very soon. As you can see, one cannon slowly taking down the hatchery. He's going to use Zealots to take it down faster. He does not want Rabbit to be ready for the wave of Zealots, so he's attacking with everything he's got. He's attacking with everything he's got. Is he gonna break through though? Is he gonna break through? Building an Evo chamber, creep colony there to make this space a little bit smaller, trying to block with a drone. Ooh, very good stuff. A lot of Zealots there went down to the block. Ooh, very good stuff, but a couple Zealots do make their way through. Hylists are on the way. A couple drones will die, but we have 37 of them. He can afford to lose a couple of them, but he would have rather lost nothing at all. So Rabbit is taking some damage here, but it's damage he can't afford to take because he kind of got away with a lot of little shortcuts in the early game. A lot of little shortcuts that got him a lot of revenue in return. It's still killing stuff. Ooh, down to 34. So he lost at least 6 drones. At least 6 drones went down. He had 40 at the start. Now down to 34. So he lost at least 6. That's quite a bit. That's quite a number. Well, this door is now wide open, but now 458 has no Zealots remaining. He cannot get through. He's getting his robots on the middle now. There's 4 of them at a time. You're back at home. Still only 1 single cannon. Support bay there. Coming up, getting shuttle speed. Not getting armor, weapon, or range yet for his gateway units. He's just focusing on getting his drops and reavers ready to start taking names. Range is speed is on the way for Hydralisks. You get speed first, range after, because you need speed to intercept those shuttles. If you have range, well, good luck, because your Hydralisk will be slow and the shuttles will be fast. Good luck catching them. Always, ooh, he went for double layer. He's planning on going for Overlord speed and Overlord transportation. He's planning on ignoring the middle and just flying right on through straight to 458's main base and hit him hard before he's ready to defend himself. He only has 1 cannon at the moment, so this might be happening very soon. Hydralisk coming from across the map, but that is if this drop right now doesn't do damage. He's coming in, flying in over the left side. It's Zealots preparing. These Zealots are preparing the base for the eventual Reaver participation. Reavers are finishing up on the middle. Zealots are going to clear out the defenses, or try to, or keep them busy and occupied. And then he's going to fly in with the Reavers, or maybe not. It kind of depends on how much success. Oh, there he is. Yes, he's coming in. Reavers on the side, unloading. Going to try to Reaver Shuttle Micro. Oh, he's getting a lot of a result. A lot of kills there. Trying to take down the shuttle. Shuttle is too low to keep picking up. He gets everything killed. More is on the way. Drones have to run to safety. Hylitus spawn. Reaver shoots. Kills a couple of them. Shuttle with the Reaver do go down. Hylitus safe day just on time. One Reaver there still on the top right corner of the base. We have a total of 8 hatcheries. 1 in the front, so make it 9. 2 more shuttles coming through. Going to try to sneak through before the Hylitus snipe them. Starts unloading. Reaver somewhere in between next to the drones. Drones run to safety. Scarab is on the chase. Will the Scarab explode? Scarab is chasing them down. Kills a couple of drones, but the shuttle goes down with the Reaver inside. Doesn't get a second shot. Very, very close calls. The calls right here are as close as they could possibly be. Rabbit is still fighting and still standing. He is behind on drones. 38. As a small choke, he could kind of break through. I wouldn't say easily, but he could break through at some point. We have Lurkers on the way, drop being loaded up. We have Pylons on the side though, so 458 will see this coming. We'll see it coming. Rabbit is trying to be as fast as he can. He wants to be here before there are defenses here to keep the base safe from a drop. There's no Lurkers in though. There's no Lurkers in there because they're still morphing here in the base. It's just purely Hylitus. You sort of have to kill the cannon on the side to make sure that these 2 Overlords get through as well. All Hylitusks. Zealots not being pulled back. Oh, he's gonna pay for this one. He's gonna pay for this one. Hylitus unloading. Gonna kill whatever they can. Yes, it is time for the pain train. Zealots do return home. Changed his mind. Sent him right here first, but now he's returning back to the Nexus. Gonna try to protect. Gonna try to save the Nexus. He is directly attacking the Nexus with some Hylitus, but not all of them. Zealots are cleaning out the Hylitusks. The element of surprise might be gone unless he picks up a couple more Hylitusks or Lurkers. Kind of depends what he wants to do. That Nexus is dangerously low, getting very close to dying. Storming on those couple Hydras there. Risky choice, but he saves the Nexus nonetheless. Look at this, 2 more Overlords coming across, and what do we have inside? Lurkers, and what do we have here? Not cannons. They're warping in, but they're not there yet. But we do have a couple of Templars. And while this is happening, Rabbit is buying himself a lot of time here back at home to drone up and get a bigger economy. Because while 458 is defending, he cannot really attack. Lurkers unload next to the probes. Probes putting the safety. He's going to try to kill the probes. And the Nexus gets a lot of probe kills there. Beautiful. And gets the Nexus as well. I think Rabbit might have just done it again and gotten himself a victory, because the chance of 458 making a comeback here is very, very small. He either has to destroy Rabbit's economy right here, right now, or Rabbit is gonna just win the game. This is some of the best Zerg play I've seen in a very long time. The very fast double layer into drops. This is great, great stuff. This is sniping the pylons, Artosis pylons, here in 458's base. Just one single pylon powering a lot of gateways. That's not what you want. Goodbye gateways. They're useless now. They're gonna die, gonna get taken down. He has observers on the way. Reaver's in production here in the front, but his economy is so low, he's gonna fly in over the bottom. Gonna try to sneak in a shuttle with a Reaver, or is it High Templars? 2 High Templars, 2 Zealots, gonna try to sneak through. Hylitus in between. Rabbit not noticing. He notices, tries to snipe it. Templar unloads, Templar storms, Templar gets kills. 17 kills. It's not much, but it's about 1/3 of what Rabbit had. That's painful. That might just take the wind out of that ship that was sailing smoothly through the Caribbean Sea. I wanted to say something, but I kind of just lost my train of thought. Yeah, Rabbit is in a great position. 458, not so much. But it does have more probes. 45. 34 drones there from Rabbit. Rabbit is droning up really quick though, because he does have those 8 hatcheries here on the bottom. Like a lot of drones just being built. He's got 53 now. Hardly felt losing those drones. Whereas 458 is really feeling losing all of these gateways. Like he lost all of the gateways. He's building new ones on the mill. Just so much pain. So much pain and suffering for 458 here. He got completely outplayed there. Gonna try to kill the Tempest Archive, but Zealots do come in to save the day. We got an Observer in the sky, gonna try to detect the Lurkers and make life a little bit more difficult for those Lurkers and easier for himself. Reaver still in production on the mill. He's building a pretty big Reaver shuttle drop to try and just get one decisive strike on the economy. Hopefully kill everything that there is. There's still a chance for 458, but the chances are low. Rabbit is absolutely dominating. This is what I meant. He might not be the fastest, but damn, he sure is one of the smartest players. Comes in over the right side, trying to sneak through, sneaks through, unloads. Reaver inside, Reaver on the scene. Reaver not shooting on the drones, and he cannot pick them up. Reavers are stuck there on the bottom, and that drop winds up doing almost nothing at all, except kill a couple of Hydralisks and 2 drones on the gas. All around, just stuff that Rabbit doesn't care about. He doesn't mind. He does not mind whatsoever. He's in a great spot. Rabbit is loving life to the fullest. He's loving life and living it. So Queen's Nest finished up. He has a lot of his technology and upgrades here on this frontal section away from the main base. I think it is because he wants to keep this back section kind of wide open. So that it's easy to move through with the Hydralisks. I assume that's the reason why. Although the Queen's Nest, you put it in the front because it's like an extra structure that you don't really ever use after getting a hive. So you put it there in the front, and it just soaks up damage when the enemy attacks. That's what I do at least. And it works. It works. That Queen's Nest in the front, it works. So Rabbit now feels rich enough and big enough and strong enough to get more hatcheries. He's getting a Spire as well. He's getting Zergling speed. Yeah, Rabbit is going to explode. He's going to explode and become so massive that 458 in his current state will never ever be able to keep up. There's still a chance. Comes in, finds a hole, flies right on through, Hydras will spawn, Temper on the scene, 2 Tempers on the scene, storms, and gets only about, oh, another drop comes in and tries to storm again, but ooh, he actually runs right into that drop and loses at least 40 drones. Actually, I think he lost 45 drones. That is exactly what 458 needed. A beautiful setup. Drop from the left and a drop from the right. Drop from the right ends up being, I wouldn't say the killing blow, but definitely the liver blow. Rabbit felt that one. And he felt it at a bad time because his minerals are low, his drones are low. Recovering the drones he lost is going to take some time. He's now on 36, make it 47. Now it's going to be a little bit faster. He's getting lurkers around his hive as well. So he's amping up the defenses. His choke is still very small. He's literally not expecting 458 to push through the middle. He's expecting everything else except an attack through the front. Because Reavers have trouble shooting around these corners on this map. They just don't do great in this situation. So he's not even going to try. He's on 69 probes. He's got a probe lead, but he's mining slowly because he's mining from a distance. He's got, I'd say, about 5 gas. A lot of Templars there defending as well, getting more cannons in the back. 458 is progressing. Not very quickly, because he simply can't. There's just not enough money in there. And Rabbit is progressing slowly, taking his time to recover and become a behemoth that 458 just cannot take down. Well, I'm saying that now, but there's a chance. There's a chance. Not sure how big that chance is, but there's a chance that 458 can still make this a victory. A beautiful victory for Protoss kind, taking down those dirty, nasty Zerg aliens that are trying to party poop all over his plans. Comes in, flies through. Reaver's on the scene, Tempest in between. Not a very successful drop. He's dancing with the shuttles. Not sure why he kept the shuttles there in the base. He should have pulled them away, preserved them, used them for picking up another wave of Reavers. Now he has to wait, build more shuttles and Reavers, instead of just building more Reavers and no shuttles. There's still one lurker in the base, surprisingly. Picks up some High Templars, they're back at home. Gonna try to fly in over the bottom side here. Might actually work, because he has some Zealots in the mix as well. Just 2 High Templars. I don't think the High Templars will survive the Lurker shots. He's gonna try to get in there, because he does not yet know there's Lurkers all over the place. He doesn't yet know. He's gonna try. Hylitus sees it, snipes it. Doesn't even get the Storm. Rabbit is just smooth sailing. Rabbit is just smooth sailing, and Forfeit just really having a bad time. A terrible time. Tries to fly in. Spores kill. Shuttle gets an ensnare as well. More hatcheries on the way. There's 9 on this side. That one tries to get in but can't get through. We have a Greater Spire, Double Spire, and a Greater Spire. Mulisk's ready to turn the Guardians. Rabbit is going to pull the trigger any point now. Any moment, any point now, any moment, it's going to break through. And it shouldn't be too difficult. There's not much here. Although Reavers really can kill a lot of Hylisk walking through this tight, narrow space, a lot of Templars, the Templars might actually kill everything. That's a lot of Templars. He's turning them to Archons. Not sure I like that one, but he's got plans. That's the thing about 458. 458 is not the player to try and turtle and survive. He's the kind of player to still try to just win the game with some high-risk, high-reward moves. Wants to win, not die very slowly. Some players play to die very slowly. They stop attacking, they just cannon everywhere and defend for 50 minutes, which 458 could do at this point. 458 has the options to just defend, but he doesn't want to. He wants to attack, he wants to kill the Rabbit. But oh boy, his chances just grew a lot slimmer because we got Guardians in the sky clearing out the ground forces that just got dropped in Rabbit's base, and Rabbit is like, oh, bro, what are you doing? Not gonna work. And it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. A miserable experience here from 458. He is feeling miserable. I'm feeling pity. Just look at the Guardians coming through. Templars, though, ready to take them down. Storms are OP. Well, not exactly OP, just very strong, but damn, Zerg units die quickly. Zerg units die quickly. Look at them just dying so quickly. So much gas, so many minerals invested, almost all dead and gone. He's gonna get more Guardians. He's not sending the Hylisks yet, he's using them to defend. He's playing this very safe, just slowly peeling away the cannons at the outer layer of this proxy mid-base. Got some Dragoons on the way, he's still low on gas. He built a couple more assimilators there, but it's just not an ideal situation for gas mining. I didn't even check the upgrades this game. I didn't even look at the upgrades this game. 0, 0, 0, 0 for the Protons. 3, 3 for the Zerg. Oh my god. 458 just completely gave up on his gateway units. He's just like, I'm not going to use them gateway units. I'm just going to try to Reaver drop and hopefully win the game with some high-risk, high-reward moves. He flies in all the way, finds the perfect location right next to the Hive. He's going to try to kill the Hive, storms the drones to death. Oh, they're all gone, all dead and gone. But the Reavers cannot quite kill the Hive. Try to move away a little bit, but there's still a Lurker shooting on them. There's still one behind there as well, like right here. We got units on the middle flanking from the left. They were here the entire game. Now they're in the middle. Now there's Guardian Zerglings. There's another drop there leaving the base, trying to race towards the finish line. Gonna try to kill the drones again, but Rabbit has 61 drones already after losing like 60 of them. Oh, the High Templar can't quite storm. And there was nothing to storm because there were no drones on the minerals. Like nothing, literally nothing here. Everything is right here on the middle. And everything that's right here on the middle is gone. It's gone. There was a base here, but it's gone. Everything is gone. Just no way. 458 is trying to build a new base as fast as he can. Gateways, cannons, pylons. He's desperate. He does not want to go out like this. Not like this. Not like this. He's saying it to himself at his computer. Not like this, but yes, it's gonna happen just like this. Guardians coming in. Lurkers, Guardians, Zerglings, Hylisk, everything is upgraded very nicely. Lurkers burrowing up, Templars just staring in despair. They're in the back, crawling back, throwing their lightning storms. but they know that the lightning storms are not going to be enough. There's a lot of Templars though, but they just know that today's forecast is not a thunderstorm. It's just a small little breeze, and there's some couple thunderbolts left and right, and that's about it. Nothing to be afraid of. No thunder and lightning. Just some tiny little bolts, some electricity running here and there. Yeah, 4 of 8 is dead and gone. So that's game number 2 in this very long best of set that I'm not gonna I'm gonna continue it. I just mean I'm not gonna finish it in this video because there's a lot more games of similar length, and I'm gonna split them all up into like a total of 3 to 4 parts, hopefully, maybe even 5. Really depends on how long the remaining replays are, but so far I highly enjoyed this very smart and detailed play from Rabbit. Very, very smart. This guy has, I wouldn't say a unique talent, but oh boy, does he have a good instinct. Thanks for watching. It's RGB for RGB TV, and we will see each other again in part number 2.